भव सागर तारन कारण है, रविनंदन वंदन कंदन है, शरणागत किंकर वीतमने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, रिद्धि कंदर तामस भास्कर है, तुम्हें विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर है, पर ब्रह्म परात पर वेद बने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। मन बाहरन शासन अंकुश है, नर त्राण तेरे हरि कुश है, गुणगान परायण देवगणे, गुणगान परायण देवगणे, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। कुल कुंडलिनी घुम भंजक है, हृदय ग्रंथि विदारन कारक है, मम मानस चंचल रात्रि दिने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। रिपुसूदन मंगल नायक है, सुख शांति बरा भयदायक है, त्रयताप हरे तब नाम गुने, त्रयताप हरे तब नाम गुने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। अभिमान प्रभावरि मर्दक है, गोटिहीन जने तुमि रक्षक है, चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति रने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। ओम मन बारन शासन अंकुश है, नर त्राण तरे हरि कुश है, गुणगान परायण देवगणे, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। जय सद्गुरु ईश्वर प्रापक है, भवरोग विकार विनाशक है, मन जैन रहे तब श्री चरणे, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। Well, welcome again to Mandir. Oh, what a beautiful morning this is. And we're going through this nice path that brings us back to a place of simplicity and peace and tranquility. We need that in our life, don't we? We don't want to be in the concrete jungle, the busy streets and the traffic and honking horns. Here we hear the birds chirping, and how beautiful this is. Well, this morning I'm so pleased to be with you again. And you know, the sign of a person who is in relationship with God, he's never weighed down by the happenings around him that will lead to sorrow and sufferings, because wisdom has come in. He's not entangled in worldly, temporary, changing circumstances, but he's firmly perched on top of that tree where he knows that he is that manifestation of consciousness. And this morning, this is so powerful that when we think like that, whatever we think, that's what we become. If we think low thoughts, thoughts that weaken us, then we'll become weak. But when we transcend limitation, our mind transcends limitation, our consciousness expands in every direction. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents come alive. We find that we are in a great, wonderful, beautiful world, and we realize that we are far better person than we ever dreamed to be. These are the descriptive of Satchidananda, truth, consciousness, and bliss. This is the definition of omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresent, all-pervading. And this morning, let us pay adorations to this mandir of ours, the late and low nature of creation, the mandir that has no walls, no temples. And we're going directly to the murtis of earth, water, fire, air, and space. And we have seen how beautiful this temple of ours is. And let us enjoy it. And this morning I want to talk about, you know, the four division of labors, meaning Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Now Krishna Bhagavan in chapter 4 verse 13, he talks about it. I created all of this, Arjuna, and meaning that it's in us. It's part of our DNA, of our makeup. Just like we are the three qualities, the gunas, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, and they're all in us. The four divisions of labor, because we all have that spirit of seva, serving, and this is the trademark of BHARAT SEVASHRAM, seva, and that of course is governed by Lord Ganeshji, and this is the working class. So we all have that spirit of working, of the Shudra in us. And then we always have to manage our money, and we have to figure out we can't spend more than what we make, because if we do that, we run up the credit cards, and then you'll be in big trouble. That's not management. So this is the business class. And then we talk about the defense. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect ourselves from our money. We have to be warriors out here. We have to protect the family. You can't see someone take advantage of a little child, and the mother or father there, the mother would give her life up. Don't mess with her child. So she's a warrior, so are fathers. And we all have the warrior spirit with us to protect. And Swami Parameshananda would have said, what are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, and meanness. And it's so true. Now he would have created the Rakshadal, because within our society there is that possibility that you know, other believers of other religion will take advantage. Not that we dislike them, but we have to protect ourselves. So then, and then we also have this desire to learn, which means that we in the Brahmin. But Brahmin doesn't mean the ones that does the rituals. Brahmin means the one who is the seeker of knowledge, the one who tries to interpret it based from a meditative position. That is the true Brahmin. So we have them all in us, and we have to transcend us. For us at BHARAT SEVASHRAM, Swami Parameshananda, he must have known me for a long time, because he antaryami, his manifestation, he's like Krishna Bhagavan, that he knows the past, present, and the future. So when he pulled me out of this mundane life, he must have known I have all these qualities. And then he utilized me as an instrument in his hands to do all his necessary work. How beautiful it is that when God chooses you to do this, and we all have the desire to be in a relationship with God. So that human effort, keep doing it, and then he might just take you out and be a total instrument in your hand. And when he does that, he provides the wisdom, he provides the financial resources, he puts you in the right place at the right time, he communicates to you coming out of the murti, he communicates through your meditation, he communicates through the dreams, and this is how the Guru works, Swami Parameshananda, and I'm a practical a recipient of that power. Not from an egotistic quality that I'm different from you, but I'm talking my experience. And I'm sure you have your own experiences. And this is how we go about our lives, right? Well, we have to go beyond this. And when taking sannyas now, then you die to the world, to the mundane world. In other words, these 4 divisions of labor, you've gone beyond that. Because the Swamiji is beyond even the Brahmanas, because he's not governed by those 4 qualities. They have been wiped out by the Guru. Now occasionally they might come back, but that's the struggle to prevent them from manifesting themselves again. So this morning also, when we do the yoga asanas, I always tell you this, I go beyond the tamasic, rajasic and sattvic gunas. So these innate qualities, they come out because you go into the art atmosphere and into space, and then you become that consciousness. It's a state of being. So this is what is going on, and we all have to do that. Now, are we ready? Are you ready to really follow this path? Or you want a easy way out and don't think, okay, there's a higher life for this life and afterwards? Are you pursuing that? Or you just pleasure is your goal in life? How we can accumulate, how we can enjoy bodily enjoyment, food, and all these pleasures, which they come easy, but afterwards they become our sorrow, because they're the cause of diseases when we don't treat this body right, when we deplete it of its vital energies. Because these times, devotees, the best thing to do is to do a power yoga. Do yoga, because when the body is in peak performance, the circulatory system, the breathing system, the lymphatic system, that's the immune system, when you bring them at peak performance, then you become a fighter. Your body becomes a fighter, and it's more powerful than the COVID virus. If you should get it by chance, then you will be able to overcome it. But if you eat and you become no exercise and you gain weight, then what will happen? The COVID virus would overcome you. And this is the cause of the suffering, because we see in the elderly people, because they are very stationary, the body has become a little weak, and they are the ones to overcome. And pre-existing conditions. Because if you do the asanas, I'm not saying you wouldn't get diseases or that kind of blood pressure or sugar or those kinds of things. But the chances are that you're making a human effort. And that in itself, when you make human effort, what happens? You get God's grace. And this is what we're seeking. And this morning, so my talk is these 4 qualities in us, the division of labor, they're in us. Don't think that we are low class, that if you are a Shudra, you're low class, because you have the potential of lifting yourself up, because you have all the other qualities in you. And then in our ashram, surprisingly, we have 2 of our Swamijis, one brahmachari, one who is not from these so-called 4 classes, as you may want to say, but they're in the tribal people, and they're looked out as the untouchables and the low class out of these 4. But they have become Swamijis and brahmachari of the ashram, and they have become role models. So when we think that we do overlordship over people that we think that we're superior to, and we want to set that, oh, I'm higher than then you're lower than me, you have to be my servant. These are the things, these are the sinful things. Now we have to come out of that as Hindus, and we have to lift ourselves up. Many of the great speakers and preachers that I know, inspirational preachers, they are not Brahmins. They are from all other things. Monks of our BHARAT, SEVASHRAM, we're not all Brahmins, and we are never asked, what is your title, what is your caste, so you can become a monk of ashram. No, that's never asked. Swami Parameshananda would have treated the tribal people. He will take food, partake of them, and he would have seen them, because he's the one that's created all of this universe. So he knows that he exists in all of his creation. how fortunate that we are. And we have such souls like incarnations of Krishna Bhagwan and the Buddha. What a typical example. Half of his life, many of Siddhartha, and he lived a life in a palace. But that didn't keep him happy. He gave it all up to become what? He did austerity more than you could even imagine. He became the Buddha. And now he is leading so many onto the path of liberation. The Christ was a pure soul, came as the Christ and sustained himself throughout. That when he was put on the cross, he left his body on his own will, because then what happened? The rocks would have moved where his body was kept in the cave by himself, and he would have shown himself that, look, they all think that they've got me, but no, I'm above that. This is my drama, and the Leela of Swami Parameshananda. He came as consciousness 100% and sustained it. This morning, let us bear adorations to the Guru. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Oh, why do we have to suffer when we have all this knowledge? Why do we have to make this changing, manifesting earth as our home? No, let us utilize this segment of our evolution to perfection in the best way. Let us not linger around in ignorance, but let us climb and get that wisdom this morning and bring you this wisdom from all the great gurus. Please take it and enjoy it. Have a beautiful day. Aren't you feeling good? And this is because of the wisdom and the satsang that you're in. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.